Good morning, Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma and Chippewa. Thank you very much for joining us this morning for a special report for Wednesday, September the 23rd, brought to you by KC Securities. Good morning, Daniel. How are you?
Good morning, Chris. I'm doing well, and it's a nice, beautiful fall day again.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
It's going to be like summer.
Very foggy on my drive here.
Yes, there is a fog advisory up until about 1 o'clock this afternoon.
And it was 8 degrees, so it was nice that my car didn't give me an ice warning.
Yes.
Like it did on a couple times in the last week or so.
Unfortunately, we're going to have a lot of rain. The forecast has changed for the worse for rain coming up this weekend, so you'll see coming up later on in the weather.
Well, it is officially fall now, which is the rainy season.
That's
for
right.
us, unfortunately.
We got to expect it, right? You know.
Did enjoy the sun yesterday, though.
It was nice. It was very nice. And today it'll be 23 degrees. And we may see the hot. And today may actually be warmer than yesterday. So.
Well, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Yesterday, my girlfriend and I went up to where the Voyageurs Lodge is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Walked on the beach there, so that was kind of nice.
See the fall colors.
Oh, the drive was beautiful. That was the main reason we went. Was for the drive. So it was absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the whole way. And actually, we'll be talking a little bit about the trees and how beautiful they are here and how that impacts our economy in just one sec. But yeah, it was a fantastic drive. She was taking pictures the whole time. So. Yeah, it was good. And that bear just keeps popping up everywhere.
Yes.
Like, if I see one more picture of that baby bear on my Facebook feed, I'm pretty sure I've seen this bear everywhere in town.
He's been in the
like
pea
Where's
patch,
Waldo? And
then now Poplar.
Yeah. He was on Pine, like right near my place the other day.
I've seen a couple of big ones at night during my, in certain areas of town where I'm doing patrols, and they're out. You know, I had one cross in front of me, not too far ahead of me one night. I was like, oh my goodness, he's big.
Yeah, they seem to be everywhere this year.
Goes through snapping all the tree branches on their way through. And
but there is a baby bear wandering around town. So if you see it, I would keep your distance in case mama bear's around, because we all know how much mama bears like to protect the baby bears.
Oh, yes.
So, but speaking of protecting people, Doug Ford is going to be in Huntsville today, part of his sort of tour where he's been traveling around.
On the move again.
Yes, he is on the move, and today he will also be with Christine Elliott, who's the Minister of Health, as well as the Deputy Premier. We will carry that for you live at 1 o'clock today, so make sure you come back for that. But keeping us safe. Okay, obviously this is a border town. We cover both Sault, Michigan and Sault, Ontario and their surrounding regions. Obviously, the economies here are very intertwined, and if it wasn't for two people sitting down with a map, a couple hundred years ago, we could still be one city.
That's right.
But unfortunately, we are now two cities, not only figuratively speaking, right now, but we are normally as well. But there's so much things that go on back and forth.
Yes.
We go over there for stuff, they come over here for stuff, particularly tourism and things like that. And we are not seeing that happen anymore because all of the non-essential travel is done for the time being. And right now it's till October 21st. It'll probably be extended beyond that. Okay, so we went to the Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario Chamber of Commerce. Spoke with Roy Ring there, one of our reporters, Mike did. He was talking about a story that we had a couple days ago from the mayor on the Sault, Michigan, Don Gary, and it was about, we could try and do a regional reopening of the border here. Now, federally speaking, the federal government in Canada and the American government have not talked about regional reopenings as a possibility yet. But the Michigan mayor said that, hey, this is a possibility. We both have a low case count. We'll talk about the case counts a little bit later. But it is a possibility. And so we asked Rory about that, and he basically said, this is a quote from him, "At this time, the risk-reward assessment would say there's just far too much risk in the border opening beyond supply chain, meaning essential, and the movement of goods and limited services. There's obviously been significant impacts to the local economy. For example, some of our tourist operators, 80% of their money comes from America. And many of them even use fly-in services. So, for example, let's say you have a fishing lodge and it's fly-in. You can actually fly in from America into that fishing lodge. You don't actually have to fly here or come across the border first. So all of that has kind of disappeared. And just to use one example, speaking of fall colors, but the train tour that goes around, that injects $7.4 million into the local economy. And this year, there's no train.
Yeah.
So that gives you one example of the impact in our local economy. However, there has been a silver lining in that locals and people in Canada are traveling within Canada to see things instead of going elsewhere for their vacations.
As opposed to leaving it, like,
exactly. So instead of going and spending their money, let's say, on a trip down to Arizona, they're staying in Canada and spending their money here. And fortunately for us, tourism is a big part of what we do here.
Yes.
In the entire Algoma region. So it's actually been beneficial for us in some ways. Obviously, no one has had 100% of their former revenue, but at least we are in a position where people want to come here and see stuff. Like that drive I took yesterday, that's worth driving up from other parts of the province and other places just to come see that. I can't imagine how beautiful the drive would be if you drove from here to Thunder Bay today.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that whole drive would be absolutely amazing.
It would be.
Yeah.
Yes. What's not good, though, is if you're charged with a breach of probation. So once again, I've got police news to talk about.
Yeah, well,
it's not an impaired.
He's already got in trouble once, so why not ask some more?
So on September 21st, 2020, officers with patrol services arrested 31-year-old Brody Barnes for breach of probation. At 9:32 p.m., police responded to a call of a disturbance in the 200 block of Wellington Street East. Upon arrival, there was no disturbance taking place, but the accused was located in the area. Upon speaking with individuals in the area, including the accused, it was learned he was wanted on outstanding charges. It is alleged on July 31st, the accused was involved in an altercation in which he threatened victims and pointed a firearm at them. So he was arrested, and a subsequent search of him found him to be in possession of 0.9 grams of a substance believed fentanyl and 6.6 grams of a substance believed to be crystal methamphetamine. He is charged with 2 counts of possession with a controlled substance and breach of probation. Wow. He was held for bail court, so.
Alrighty.
There we go, another one for Brody Barnes.
Well, every day we seem to have someone that makes some sort of stupid mistake. But that's why we have the police, to keep us protected.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of the local government here, I've been here since January the 2nd of this year, and I've made numerous requests for documents and so on from the city, and I've never even been asked for what's called a Freedom of Information request.
Okay.
One of our new team members here, Dan Gray, he's one of our new reporters. He made a request because in the last council meeting there was some talk. There's a little kerfluffle over how they had advertised something and it was incorrectly put out into the public about a development. The wording was wrong and stuff, and they got into a debate of where's the best place to put ads in this town to let people know, like a housing development, for example. Let's say a housing development is going to be on your street. They have to publicly let the public know so the local people in the area can weigh in on it and whether they think it's good or bad and so on. So we put that request in. We made the request for the advertising dollars that the city has spent with local news media since 2015. The response from the communications director was that, you're going to have to fill a Freedom of Information request for that. Well, I've never been asked for a Freedom of Information request for anything else. And here we are. They want to charge us $5 for a Freedom of Information request, which is fine. We agreed to it. That's fine. Sure, we'll pay you your $5.
Yeah.
But then they're like, oh no, now this has to go through the legal department. So apparently the city of Sault Ste. Marie doesn't want to tell the public, that's you, where your tax dollars are being spent in the local media. All we want to know is what is the actual spend you spend with the other media organizations in this town. We obviously know what you spend with us. That is a simple request, and unfortunately, the city is trying to block that. Now, the mayor has his preferred media in this town. He made it very clear in the city council meeting.
If you listen to the last city council meeting,
he says it like 20 times.
Yeah.
So we clearly know who his
Or you just go down his Twitter feed and it's blatantly obvious.
So we clearly know who the mayor prefers in this town. He's made it very bluntly clear in terms of access, and also he likes media that just give him softball questions. They never actually ask him any difficult questions, or for that matter, any questions worth substantive. But anyways, so the city is now blocking our request for that. So that's going to be interesting. Go up and check that story at SoulLine.com. You can also check out the story with Roy Ring, the Chamber of Commerce there as well. And now for some weather. What do we got going on?
Yeah, lots of fun with that. I've had my experiences with the city too on a business level. And let me tell you, they're not transparent and they'll hide everything.
I can't believe they just won't say, we spent X amount with this media organization. How hard is that?
I know.
How is that a secret? Like, what? When did City Hall become the CIA?
Well, They like to keep things foggy because that's what it's like outside.
Yeah, I guess they're looking outside.
I'm going to segue to that. Our wireless comm camera. We're going to take a look now at that camera.
As you can tell, a little foggy. We're actually looking at City Hall, which is ironic here, is it not? Isn't it ironic that City Hall is being foggy about the media spend, and then the camera on City Hall is foggy?
It looks pretty foggy.
Oh, the irony. Thank you. This is awesome. Thank you, weather, for this. This is a perfect example of City Hall in this town.
Yes.
Anyways,
it will dissipate. We will clear up today. We'll enjoy a nice day today before things take a turn for the rain coming up.
When you deal with City Hall.
That's right. So the weather is brought to you by Northern Lights Detailing at 632 Great Northern Road. Our camera is brought to you by wirelesscomm.ca. I'll have those details coming up right after the break. Make sure you stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Did you know that 1 in 3 people are affected by fire in their lifetime? Or that 1 in 3 fire deaths happen in homes with no working smoke alarms? You may have just seconds to safely escape a fire in your home. That's why early detection of fire is absolutely vital. Only working smoke alarms provide those precious seconds you and your family need to safely escape. Install smoke alarms on every story and outside all sleeping areas of your home. For added protection, install a smoke alarm in every bedroom. Test smoke alarms monthly by pressing the test button. If the alarm doesn't sound, install a new battery. Replace alarm batteries at least once a year and whenever the low battery warning chirps. And if the alarm still doesn't sound, replace the alarm with a new one. Smoke alarms have an expiry date. Remember to check the back of the smoke alarm for dates of manufacture. Replacement is within the time frame on the manufacturer's instructions. In most cases, 7 to 10 years. Always replace expired alarms. Remember, it's the law in Ontario to have working smoke alarms on every story of your home and outside all sleeping areas. Failure to comply with the Ontario Fire Code requirements could result in a fine or even jail time. So protect yourself and your loved ones by ensuring that all your smoke alarms are functional and up to code. For more fire safety information, please visit www.saultestmarie.ca/firesafe.
Canada United is a movement to show local businesses some love. Right now, they could use our support more than ever. So we're asking Canadians to buy local and spread the word. And every time you watch our videos or like our posts, we'll contribute 5 cents to small business relief, starting with this video. So keep watching and tell your friends, because buying local can make a big impact. And small actions can too. Canada United. Together we can make a difference.
And good morning, welcome back to Special Report on your Wednesday, September 23rd, the first full day of autumn, but you're not going to know it. It's going to be a pretty nice day out there. Quickly, before we continue, we're going to mention a couple Facebook shout-outs. I got to look at the phone in this studio here. So good morning to Joe. And Joe says it's pretty foggy in Fergus, Ontario. Good morning to Erica. Good morning to my mom, Carolyn. And good morning to Parmveer, hopefully I said that right, and Tammy Lynn. We got a lot of Facebook shoutouts, and of course we'll get to some more later on. Make sure you drop us a comment on the Facebook feed, and Chris and I will make sure to mention you as well. Our weather is brought to you by Northern Lights Detailing at 632 Great Northern Road. Today would be a great day to get there for a car wash if you're looking to still do that before the weather starts to take a turn for the worst with some rain and cooler temperatures coming. However, so what we can see on our radar here is not a whole lot at the moment. We are still going to see a nice day today. We have a bit of cloud cover here. There's a low pressure system up over here in the northern part near Dryden, just over Thunder Bay. And look at this over here. We got quite a bit going on. just over the prairies there. However, we are going to see the system move through and come in this weekend, and we're going to see a lot of rain coming. So it has changed since yesterday, and unfortunately it doesn't look like it's going to be good news if you don't like rain. However, it is still going to be warm. So let's take the fact that we can enjoy above seasonal temperatures for this time of year. Which, look at your region today, 23 in Thunder Bay, 18 in Wawa, you're once again the cool spot. Timmins, 21, 23 here in Sault Ste. Marie, 22 in Elliott Lake, and then back up to 23 in Sudbury. So get out and enjoy those temperatures while you can. Yeah, and then that's our graphic up there, but that's no problem. There we go, our expected lows. We just want you to know this is the weather, see? 12 degrees in Thunder Bay, 10 in Wawa, 6 in Timmins. You're a little bit chilly over there. You are the only one in single digits. We're going to be 14 here overnight, very mild. 12 degrees in Elliott Lake and Sudbury. So going to be above seasonal for most of our region once again overnight. Currently we're sitting at 10 degrees. You saw on our camera there that it was foggy. That will dissipate this morning and we will become mainly sunny. We will see a UV index of 5 today, so keep that in mind. That is still around even though we are moving into shorter days. We will see a high of 23 degrees, but we will see increasing cloudiness as we get into the late evening and overnight with a low of 14 degrees. Winds are not too bad today, 9 kilometers to the west, and we are going to feel like 25 with the breeze going on today. Continuing on, here's where we start to see a change on Thursday. Cloudy with 60% chance of showers and a risk of a thunderstorm. And we're going to see a low of 12 overnight on Thursday with cloudy periods. Friday, we're going to see a little bit of a break. Mix of sun and cloud, 22 degrees, only a 30% chance of showers. However, as we get into the overnight Friday, 13 degrees, cloudy with a 70% chance of showers. As things change for Saturday. Saturday as well, we are going to see showers, cloudy as well with showers throughout the day and night. 70% chance, high of 20 and a low of 12 degrees. So we're going to see a lot of rain. Coming up in the 7-day, you'll see there's more. I'll have the weather watcher, and quickly, your sunrise was at 7:26 this morning and your sunset will be at 7:33 p.m. Those days continue to get shorter, so keep that in mind when you're driving out there as well. Make sure your headlights are on at night and watch for pedestrians as the days get shorter. And, you know, it's not too long before we'll have to move those clocks back. Okay, Chris and I will be back coming up in the right after this break with more local news. Make sure you stay tuned. Thank you again to Northern Lights Detailing for sponsoring our weather. We'll be right back after this break.
Even though we can't always meet in person, we can still listen.
Even though schools are closed, help is still available in your community.
Even though you may be worried, services and supports are still here.
In stressful times like these, families need mental health supports more than ever.
We are here to make sure you can stay connected to your community and culture.
Nous savons qu'il peut être difficile de rester à la maison, mais vous n'êtes pas seul.
And we know asking for help for yourself and others can be hard.
But there are people in your community who are ready to support you.
No matter your age, gender, sexual identity, race, or culture.
No matter the day, time, or issue.
We're here to help.
And good morning. Welcome back to a special report on this Wednesday, September the 23rd. Thank you again to our sponsors, KC Security for the show, Northern Lights Detailing for the weather, and wirelesscom.ca for a foggy camera this morning. So,
yes. Yeah. And we'd like to do some Facebook shout-outs.
Absolutely.
So, good morning to Juliana, Sean, Karen, Nicole, Erica. Thank you all for liking our stream. Also, good morning to Joe. Parmveer, and also Tammy Lynn. So good morning to all of you. If you want to watch us live on Facebook, you can go to the Sioux Online Facebook page. You'll see a video link there to the show. You can just click on that. That will open up to another window, and you can use the comment section to interact with us when we're live on the air. Also, you can go back and watch any of our shows. They're all archived there. So if you miss it at 8 a.m. and you can't watch it till 9 o'clock, you can go back and watch the full show whenever you want.
Yeah.
Okay, Ontario numbers. Yesterday we were sent some photos from the West End of some high school students. One of the things the schools have decided to do is close their cafeterias, but unfortunately people still need to eat.
Right.
So, high school students have been obviously going to pizza places, convenience stores, places like that, because they still need to eat, and they can't eat in the schools at all. Apparently, cafeterias are completely closed, which means you got to go outside when you don't have class. And they're going to go and they're going to buy food places.
There you go.
And unfortunately, it's really hard to control students when they're out of the building.
That's right.
I mean, you could figure out maybe some way to socially distance students in the cafeteria and make it safe.
So at least you have some that can eat there.
Somewhere to eat, but forcing the kids to go outside to eat, what are they going to do when it's raining? I mean, wait till so-and-so's weather report here. It's not going to be exactly the greatest place to be.
Yeah, you're not going to want to stand out when it's cold.
You want a wet sandwich, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyways, we've seen a spike in cases, obviously, in Ontario. Yesterday we saw 478 new cases of the virus. That was up from 425 the day before. And they processed 34,000 tests. That still means our positivity rate is 1.4%. The highest number, obviously, are in the three major areas that we've seen outbreaks, which is Toronto, who had 153 cases, Peel, which had 95, and then Ottawa with 90. There's now about 100 people in the hospital with COVID-19. All of the hospitals have reported, though, this time when it went to 104 over the last 5-6 days. Not every hospital's been reporting because they've been switching over to the new system and there's been some communications issues. So we know for sure there's 104 people in the hospital right now, 24 are in the ICU, and they don't give us a ventilator number, which means it's less than 5. But once again, we're seeing 70% of the cases are in people under the age of 40, which is also why you're seeing a lower hospitalization rate. And we've talked about that before.
Yeah, we got to head to a commercial.
Yeah. And then Chippewa County Health Department, they have 49 total cases on the American side, and they have 25 probable that are not confirmed. But they, as of Tuesdays, there's no deaths so far on the American side. So, sports. Time to get to some sports.
We got to go to a commercial, like you say,
first.
and then we will get to some
we'll
sports.
Go to commercial, and then we'll come back with sports after that, and your 7-day weather.
Bit of a hard time here.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Even though we can't always meet in person, we can still listen.
Even though schools are closed, help is still available in your community.
Even though you may be worried, services and supports are still here.
In stressful times like these, families need mental health supports more than ever.
We are here to make sure you can stay connected to your community and culture.
Nous savons qu'il peut être difficile de rester à la maison, mais vous n'êtes pas seul.
And we know asking for help for yourself and others can be hard.
But there are people in your community who are ready to support you.
No matter your age, gender, sexual identity, race, or culture.
No matter the day, time, or issue.
We're here to help.
And welcome back to Special Report on your Wednesday, September 23rd, just after 8:27. We're going to get right into our 7-day weather, which is brought to you by Northern Lights Detailing. And we're going to see a lot of rain coming up this weekend. So Friday, we'll see a little bit of a break with a mix of sun and cloud. Temperatures are going to stay up there in the 20s. And then on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, there's going to be some form of precipitation. We'll get down to 13 by Tuesday and then down to 11 by Wednesday. And then we're 12 degrees, our overnight low. Then we're down to 7 by Wednesday. So they're still above seasonal for a few days there. So it is a good day to get out to Jamestown today for that art thing from mural project from noon to 4. We're going to look at our weather watcher now, which is sent in by Danielle, and this is a Bellevue Park sunset. Beautiful shot. Good time to get there. Send your photos to ontvweather@gmail.com. and include your name and location. I'm zooming through because we got lots of sports to cover.
Yes, Yankees kicked the Jays' butt again yesterday, 12-1.
This is a reoccurring theme.
This continues a pattern. The Jays did win one game though.
They did.
They did win one.
They did. Yeah.
But now it's back to the Yankees basically just racking up the RBIs and runs there, and the ERA getting destroyed for the Blue Jays pitchers. So 12-1 for the Yankees over the Jays. They will also play again later today.
Minnesota Twins won 5-4 versus Detroit Tigers in 10 innings. That one had to go a little bit extra. Of course, Detroit Tigers struggling like most Detroit teams. So unfortunately,
not much to cheer for in Detroit these days.
No.
Not that there's much to cheer for in Toronto either. But
that's true.
Yeah. Sorry, the sport's a little depressing.
Yeah.
NHL, Dallas and Tampa in the Stanley Cup Finals tonight. Game 3, series tied 1-1. Also, we're going to see the Denver Nuggets, who have just beaten the Lakers last night, 114-106. Now the Lakers are leading the series 2-1. And finally, the Miami Heat are playing the Boston Celtics in Game 4 tonight, and Miami leads that series 2-1. We'll have those highlights for you tomorrow morning, but we will be back at 1 o'clock today with Doug Ford and Christine Elliott, and have a fantastic morning.
Take care, everybody.